Hey, welcome Postie TV. So on our Facebook Postie TV, we had a competition running for best rack on a bike. I'm here with Justin. Justin was our winner, and he won a 1mm oversized piston and bore. So I've just popped in to drop it off, and we're going to put it in now. So I was just going to do a quick video so you can see how we do it all. This is Justin's bike. It's a cool little bike. I love the red wheels on it, the grips, and the thing that he won for the competition was this rear rack. So skateboard deck rear rack, which I haven't seen before, and I thought that was different and looks very cool. So we'll get into it. We'll get this cylinder and piston on. So first thing we're going to do doing this is we're going to get loosen off the cam chain tensioner, which is in behind here. We've just dropped the exhaust off it. You can see, just dropped the exhaust off it. We'll loosen the cam chain tensioner and loosen the cam chain adjustment off. That way, when we take the cam off, we haven't got any pressure there. Take the carb off, drop the head off. So I'll come back to you as we do it. Alrighty, so we've taken the bolt out of the tensioner, we've loosened off the tensioner there, the spring adjustment, and we've loosened the side here as well. So that's taken the tension out of the cam chain. We've taken off the cover, side cover here with a couple of Phillips head screws. I've just used the impact driver to undo these three. Take that off as well. So now we're into the cam. We'll have to undo these. What I probably might do is turn it around to top dead center before we do that, which means we can take these off and have a look at it. It's not really necessary because we are going to put a new cylinder on it and piston, but it's just something just to start it there, and then we know we're pretty much close. We'll just take that carb off. Taking the head bolts off. Just remember, you've got a copper washer and a standard washer. Just remember which nut is on the copper washer and which head. They have a set way that they go. Just make sure that you put it back the way it was. Alright, I'll show you that all again when we put it on anyway. Okay, alright, so we've dropped that head off. Took the cam out. What we did notice was that you can see here a bit of discoloration, and we can smell it. The oil's got hot at some point in this engine, so it's probably a timely change that we're doing here. So you can especially see, I don't know how well the camera picks it up, but the bluey discoloration and stuff around the piston on the cylinder there. So she's got quite hot. So we'll get this nice shiny new cylinder in there. And see how it goes. Alright, so next thing I'm going to do after I've sort of done that is I'll take the cylinder off, take out this bolt for the pulley that goes inside for the cam chain. Just be mindful not to lose a washer on this, because if you do that and you put it back on without the washer, you can actually damage the other side or strip the thread by going too far. The bolt will actually hit on the other side. So that's one thing to look out for. A bit of discoloration and rust and stuff on these two isn't too bad. They don't do much. This one's normally clean, and the oil will come up through this one as well. So you can actually see that that's clean with the oil, and it's also got that discoloration. Alright, we'll keep pulling apart. Yep. So we've just cleaned up here. We just put our new gasket on. With the conrod, there's no play, or hardly any play at all with that, so it's quite tight. So it looks like the bottom end, you know, is fairly good on this engine. At some point we'll probably do the cam chain on it, but yeah, I think it's going to be good. So we noticed with the piston when we pulled it out, it's not too bad. Like, it's fairly even wear around there. There's no big score marks in it, but you can see the top of the piston is starting to wear out on one side only. So obviously it's starting to have a bit of movement inside. So it's a timely sort of fix that way, and that's putting it up against a new piston. That's a standard that was in there, so Justin's going to get a bit more power out of this one, so it'll be good fun.
Very good.
Okay, so we're just going to drop the cylinder on. Just a couple of things. Obviously we're going to put the rings, compress them to go inside the cylinder, but just make sure that you don't forget about the cam chain. It's quite easy to get that all on and then jam it shut. Just don't want to damage the gasket and the chain itself and the bottom of your cylinder, so you don't get a smooth, seal there. So yeah, just a couple of things to be careful of. This is a real pain in the butt to get the piston in, so I'm not going to film that so you don't want to hear me swearing. But yeah, once we get that in, I'll show you then when it's all together. Okay, so we've got that cylinder on now. That's sitting in. We've got our chain out, new pistons in, nice and snug. Just a standard gasket. I actually opened this up a little bit last night to make this fit the new piston. It's a 1mm oversize, so I just opened it up a little bit more because I actually have had in the past where the gaskets hit the side of the piston. That's clearing now. We can see it's got good clearance all the way around. Another tip is, for the next step, you get to there, you go, beautiful, I want to chuck the head on. Don't forget to put this on before you do that, because it doesn't go in any other way. It won't fit in through the top. It will only go through there. So make sure that you put that on. Also, we're going to put the pulley back in and that bolt that we had before. We'll make sure that they're both back in, lined up. The cam chain's there. The piston's right at the top, top dead center. So we line up our little circle on here on the head. If we haven't moved it, it'll be pretty close. We will check it, but that's just one way to do that. And make sure that if you put it all back to front, you have to try and turn it around. If you put it closer at the start, you won't have any issues. All right, we'll come back in a sec. All right, so we got there in the end. The lights failed us, but we've got the trusty Ryobi light. It's all back together now. It's running sweet. We'll quickly start it for you in a second. It's got a bit of a exhaust leak, so it sounds a bit fluffy at the moment, but we took it for a quick run. It's going good, so it's worthwhile doing. You happy, Justin?
Yeah, very. Yeah.
So it took us a couple of hours, so yeah, changed over. So I'll give it a quick start. There you go. So you can hear that exhaust, but it's running good. Hopefully running a lot better now. It should run a lot better, a bit more performance. So alright, I'm going to get out of here before it gets completely dark. Thanks for watching. See ya.